So we made it down here to South Carolina. We're on the Foothills Trail. I think we're going to have it all to ourselves this week because, well, as that music was pointing out, there's a little bit of a virus going around. Greg, what do we call the virus?
Wuhan AIDS.
The Wuhan HIV. The Wuhan HIV. Come on, be politically correct here, you know? You start throwing it.
We can't call AIDS.
Yeah. Wuhan HIV, all right? Man. Anyway, so we're down here in the Foothills Trail. It's a huge hurricane last night. Sorry, there was a huge amount of wind last night, and it was like a hurricane, and tornadoes swept through here. We are dealing with a whole bunch of trash on the trail. We got it to ourselves. It's going to be 5 days of perfect weather. I mean, just unbelievable how this worked out. Trail to ourselves, perfect weather. Are we thanking the Wuhan HIV? Nah. Too soon. All right, we'll be right with you. Catch up with you down the trail. Let's go. We were speaking with our shuttle driver. He's an Appalachian Trail through hiker. Lots of good stories on the shuttle over here. Very nice guy. I think that he would have been happy just driving around with us all day. Now the trip itself. All the setup is done now. It's getting really quiet out here when we're not near water sources. The trip itself, it's a west to east 77-mile trail. We're going west to east, and we're going to be coming up, and the part that I'm looking forward to most today is the Chattooga River where the movie Deliverance was filmed on. And I'll catch you when we get up to that point there. Tough day, 18 miles first day on the Foothills Trail. Man, we were walking along the Chattooga River here for a while. Went up, went down, went up, went down. It was a long stretch without a campsite, but after about 18 miles today, we finally found one. Really nice. Go walk over and check it out. Got the fire roaring, tent, hammock set up. Exactly where I want it to be tonight. River's roaring down there. Going north to south. We got Georgia right across the river. Here we are in South Carolina. Little rhododendron forest. We have a tent. Got a fire. Got a Greg. Prost! And Z hammock. Yay! And just like that, the fire's out. Sun is gone down. Been chilling here for a couple hours. Well worth making it to this spot today. Man, beautiful trail. The pictures, as you can see, wonderful. Greg, any thoughts on the trail?
The first day, don't let anybody tell you it's not uphill. It's a 3-mile gradual climb that is a little tough, but it's totally worth it on the first day.
Yeah, it was tough, and we certainly made the best of it. We stopped a few spur trails, hit those up. Not a minute wasted out here. Catch you in the morning. Good night. What do you think we have here?
What's that?
What do you think we have here?
What are they talking about?
Yeah.
Well, she's mad that she's not really the focus of the conversation. Like,
Yeah.
just every woman. She's not, like...
Yeah, the two guys are chatting away, sharing good times from college.
Right, and she's just, like, laughing, giggling, trying to be a tomboy into the conversation. She dressed completely inappropriately.
Alright, so yesterday we started right here at Tower Road. We were dropped off. We had to hike back to the beginning, the western terminus. And then we started our 18-mile trek north. Made it up here. Finally made it up to the Chattooga. Kind of came off the Chattooga, and then we just walked along that for a while. And we're camped about right here, right on the river. We're going to come up to Burroughs Ford, and then this is going to be our first epic spot of the day, Kings Creek Falls, one of the best falls in the south. It's an otter floating down the river. Just caught his head there for a second. Great path to start the day. Walking along the river here, kind of like a beachy type river. That river sure is salty. Dipped my head in there. That was a mistake. I'm gonna be pulling salt out of my eyes for the next month, and I think that this is the shelter here for those otter. Sure would make sense. Greg pointed that out. Pretty cool. Hopefully we see more of them. Looked like they were lots of fun. I'm guessing that's Sassafras Mountain.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, the Kings Falls were certainly a bigger treat than I had anticipated. We had this 3-mile climb out from Burroughs Ford, and it's going to be the toughest part of the day. After that, we are going to be going flat downhill for about 14-15 miles for the rest of the day. Here we are, Burroughs Ford, 0.6. Let's kick this hill. The mini waterfall here. Coming down. Got the bridge. Also, there's steps going up. And the little gems like this. Now, this bridge is just fun here. Just the two beams going across. But for the most part, get across this here. That is really cool. Really tough to pick up on it, but there's a water slide coming down. Just a huge shout out to the people who do child maintenance here, because this has been the best trail I've ever walked, and man, You're probably not going to hear this because I doubt you people are sitting around watching YouTube videos, but I'll throw it out in the ethos. Thank you very much. This has been a real treat and pleasure to walk this path. About 2 miles to Whitewater Falls. Catch up with down there. You know, and also just for anybody else who might be thinking about doing this trail, it's a real gem. I mean, anybody on the East Coast who's really into hiking, I would not be far-fetched to say that this is the mecca of hiking trails for a good solid week-long trip. Unless I'm proven wrong in the next 3 days, I have been thoroughly impressed. Okay, Foothills Trail, maybe I spoke a little too soon. That's pretty good. A few trees out of the way, that would be one of the best views ever. Okay, my apologies. This is, I guess, what they figured to be the best shot of Lake Chicozee. Thanks to the Boy Scouts who cleared this out. It's been a pretty long day. It's pulling in at about 7:45 here. Really going up against the clock, and we found the Whitewater campsite. The falls were spectacular, and it's got to be very rare to have all this to ourselves. In one word,
The stretch was a pain in the ass.
sounds like Hebrew.
No, don't underestimate the second day on the leg of the Foothills Trail. It's uphill most of the day.
In one word, this campsite.
Orgasmic.
Well, all packed up, ready to start hiking for the day. It's a little after 8 o'clock. It was a great campsite. Awesome fire last night. Can't beat it. Pretty good day ahead of us. You know, we were talking around the campfire last night. It's kind of been a little bit of a disappointment not running into the Southerners with their silly voices, but I would say peace and quiet, getting a campsite like this to ourselves in the middle of April is just impossible. So we'll take it. We're also talking about how, you know, on the ride down, what did we learn? 3 things we learned on our ride down. It was the red buds in spring. There's flowers blooming on the side of the highway.
Oh yeah, they were pretty nice.
They were nice. Second thing we learned was Easter music.
Yeah, there's always Christmas music. There's never Easter music. So we found Easter music. It's pretty cool.
Give it up to the Southern Christian people, whatever denomination you guys are. I don't really care, but you guys have some nice Easter music. And number 3, what did we learn?
Water dew?
The water dew.
What the hell is a water dew? There's a Southern song about like country. I don't know. It's a country song. Is he saying water dew or water dough or something like that? But you can't understand the voice. And a water dew is a British term for taking a crap in a river and letting it float downstream into somebody, which is absolutely hysterical. So,
the knowledge that you pick up coming down south and on a hiking trip goes way beyond the steps. Good day ahead of us. Let's go. This track ahead of us here, been walking on for a little bit. Pine needles, wide open. What does this get? Does it get a oh yeah? Can I get an oh yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Double oh yeah.
With a side of a little. Really unique. That's up there with the other 2 waterfalls for sure. I really enjoyed them. Definitely take the point too to go see that. Got a couple other through hikers we passed as well. Greg, your thoughts on the falls there?
Oh, the most unique. I think they're probably the best out of all. Perfect to drop water dew.
Water dew. Lunchtime down here at this beautiful campsite. Tons of spots. Creek right down here. Got these benches. Looking really good. Beef stew is on the menu. What do you think? What would you say is going on here?
Oh, it's a tough call. But you can tell they're not on a through hike because she clearly does not know how to dress appropriately for a hiking. Who wears a vest? And those 3 type of people are just not going to go hiking together. Let's be honest about it. He's into him. He's faking.
Okay, the background sure is nice,
oh,
and
yeah, it's beautiful.
And you know, I would say that the little spot here that we're gonna have lunch ain't bad either. You know you're in a state park when you're getting the trail lined with ivy. A really cool rock bridge. That's awesome. Little tropical watering holes down here. this is crazy. The suspension bridge is just insane. Nice and wobbly. Wow, what a day. It was probably the most perfect weather you could possibly ask for hiking all day. 64 was the high. It was probably generally around 60 with a light breeze. Got Greg set up here with his tent. I'm gonna do a quick pan of the campsite. Esteban, yes. See? Fire is roaring. I've had this going for a little while here. We've just been chatting it up and getting it going, so. And our campfire story for the night took place a long time ago. About.
Oh yeah, so about 4 hours ago. It was insane. I was walking down the trail and I was coming around a bend. It's on the other side of the lake. And I was coming around the bend, I was hiking solo, and I come around the corner, and they're right like 5 yards in front of me were like 2 pigs, wild boars. It's like, holy crap! And so we had like a staring contest, and it was a mama pig and a little pig. And wild boars, I didn't know they would be up in this mountain, but we had a staring contest, and I tried to grab a picture, but she scared me, and she took off down the thing, and I didn't get a picture. I was pretty upset, but it was incredible to see 2 wild boars out here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, wow. Greg is the guy for wildlife when you come out into the trail.
Everything follows me.
Yeah, seriously. We're gonna have to find a trail name based around all the crazy things you see. These wild animals. Everybody, day 3 in the books. Day 4 is gonna be a big climb. Looking forward to it. Psych! Well, good morning from the trail. Day number 4, Easter Thursday. We sure have been having a great time out here. Slept a little too well last night. It was about a 10 o'clock bedtime and about 8 o'clock wake up time. Do the math there. It's good sleeping. So we got up. Got moving on the trail by about 9:15. Had some coffee, and today is, as I said last night, the day of hill. Yesterday was the day of the bridge. The day of the bridge sounds more pleasant, but I'm not out here to float with the butterflies. Walk through meadows. I'm out here to hike some mountains. Crush. Let's go. Alright, well maybe we'll be doing a little tiptoeing through the tulips after all. Not going to complain about it. If you just want to see me suffer climbing up mountains today, well, sue me. Well, this is cool. You have a little spot here. This little creek is not flowing well enough to fill up a water bladder. So I made this little pot in the ground, tiny spigots, make it easy to fill up water. Genius. We're really huffing it out to finish the day here. Climbing up towards Sassafras Mountain, probably about 3 or 4 miles away from there. I'm trying to get up there, enjoy the scenes, because that'll be about the pinnacle of the trip. Get down past that a little bit and check out the campsite. Been a really solid day of hiking. Just picked up some trail magic down at the parking lot. Thanks to the kind folks who gave us a couple kind bars and water. It does wonders for the morale. I mean, we were thinking maybe 4 miles to the one campsite, and after getting that, we're like, all right, let's push over Sassafras. We're not waiting until the morning to see that. Looking south on Sassafras Mountain here. Walking along the tower, South Carolina. Here we got South Carolina, North Carolina border. And looking into North Carolina. So we have to do a competition here. We didn't come all the way up here just to admire both sides. South Carolina and North Carolina. Which one did you choose? Like you said, you got the mountains.
You got the mountains and the lakes on each side. I mean,
yeah. I mean, clearly the mountains are a lot stronger here in North Carolina, obviously. Just that whole...
like going with... I mean, look at that expansive view out in the South Carolina.
Yeah, and the South...
I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah, lakes. Lakes do a lot of points.
But those mountain ranges out there also...
You could see forever in South Carolina right now.
Is that Charleston? So, that far out mountain right there beyond Lake Jacosey is where we started. And we literally traversed these mountains all the way up and down around the lake there. Came around the lake and switched back all the way up these mountains, coming around till we came up. Now, definitely didn't come from there. It's flat.
That's right.
But yeah, we came up through North Carolina, came back around, and that's the trail. You see those mountains out there, that's it's not easy. Every day you're climbing over 1,000 feet, so probably total in all you're looking at easily 4,000 to 6,000, 5,000 feet of elevation climbs throughout the trail. Each day you're making a major climb. This is totally worth it.
I'm going to go with our favorite view is the one that we just accomplished in, which is mostly South Carolina and a little bit of North Carolina we did. But ultimately, it is straight up 50-50. And regardless,
He shredded the north.